This video will provide some tips and resources to help carers, support workers and families support someone with a learning disability as we ease out of lockdown. There is no normal or expected response to coming out of lockdown. The person you support might feel relieved or excited, but they also might feel less positive about the changes and may experience a range of difficult feelings and thoughts. For example, they might feel stressed, anxious, afraid or panicked for the changes that are coming. They could also feel conflicted or confused. For example, they may want to socialise more if it's allowed, but feel like perhaps they should still stay at home to keep safe. They might be reluctant or unmotivated to go out and socialise, or rearrange events that couldn't happen during one of the lockdowns. This could be celebrations like birthdays or casual events such as barbecues, social meetups or dating. They might feel under pressure to return to all of their pre-lockdown activities. Here are some tips on how to support someone with a learning disability to transition from life out of lockdown and into a new normal. Tip number 1. Talk with them about their feelings and emotions. Try not to make assumptions about how the person you support is feeling. Ask them to share their feelings with you. Are they worried or do they feel scared about anything? But also, are they excited or looking forward to something? No matter how the person feels, let them know that it's completely normal to feel a mixture of emotions. If the person is worried about lockdown easing, why not introduce a worry box and worry time? The person can write down what is worrying them and then put it in their worry box. Try to encourage the person to write down big and small worries and to put it in their box. They can leave the worry in the box for as long as they like and can come back to look at the worry during worry time. Have a go with the person you support to create a worry box. Here are some ideas on the screen. Tip number 2. Plan to support the person with a learning disability to do the things they enjoy. A simple way to transition out of lockdown is to plan ahead, so make a list with the person about what they want to do again or any ideas of new activities that they would like to try now that lockdown is coming to an end. Tip number 3. Begin to establish the person's new routine. During lockdown, the person's routine may have changed. A phased return back to their usual routine, rather than large and sudden ones, are generally easier to deal with. Begin to re-establish old routines, such as usual morning routines, which may consist of the person getting up, having a shower, getting dressed, having breakfast, and then going to their day centre. Provide the person with as much information about their new routine. This will help them to prepare for any changes that have been made to the timings of their day, changes to their environment such as the layout of their classroom, day centre or respite service. Layout changes may especially be the case due to social distancing. For some people, it can be really helpful for them to visualise these changes. You could create a visual timetable for the person you support. There are a lot of different types of visual timetables, such as ones for the whole day or ones for what is happening now and what will be happening next. Make sure the timetable you create is appropriate for the person that you are supporting. Tip number 4. Review the person's priorities in life. It is also a good opportunity to reflect with the person on whether they want things to return to how they were before. You could talk about whether it's possible to continue some of the things they have been doing differently. It is important to review the person you support's priorities and allow them the opportunity to think about what makes them happy. So how would you review the person's priorities? Well, you could get the person you support to communicate or write down 4 things they would like to keep doing and 4 things they would like to return to doing. Pause this video now and try to create these 2 lists with the person you support. Tip number 5. Remember, it takes a while to adjust. As lockdown restrictions gradually begin to lift, remember it might take the person you support longer to adjust than others. It is important to recognise that some people won't be ready to return to a new level of normality and might need a slower and a more gradual return to normality. Remember that the transition back to normality may take some time. People will experience ups and downs. Try your best to support, reassure and comfort them without putting pressure on yourself. You could keep a reflective journal to monitor how you as a carer are feeling about the changes and if there is anything that you would do differently. This may also help you yourself ease out of lockdown and adjust back to normality. Thank you for watching this video. For more information on how to support someone with a learning disability ease out of lockdown, please click on the link in the description box for the Easing Out of Lockdown booklet.